Are you tired of feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, and like you just can't do this anymore? Are you tired of feeling like keeping up with your life has pushed you to the emotional edge? Well, girl, you are not alone. Lots of women just like you also feel trapped and like they can't move forward. But don't worry, that feeling does not have to last because today I'm going to show you the real reason why you feel like you can't do this anymore so that you know how to reignite your joy and transform your future. Hi, I'm Kris, and my one goal is to help you feel free to live your God given dreams so you can finally love your life. Let's do this. From the outside, my life looked idyllic. I had that high ranking corporate executive job. I had this perfect looking relationship. I had this huge house up on the hill overlooking the city with my luxury car parked out front and me in church every Sunday. But it was all a lie because on the inside, my life was in shambles. I hated my job, paid really well, so I felt trapped in it. Mainly because I'd been trying for years to figure out what God wanted me to do with my life, and I still had no clue. Plus, my partner did not let an opportunity pass to make me feel just unworthy of him, right? And I didn't have the courage or self awareness to choose better for myself. So I spent most of my time at home living in a constant state of just tension and feeling like I was not good enough every second of every day. I was trying and failing to be the woman he wished I would be. And through all of this, I kept begging God to rescue me, to make my situation better, to make me happy again. But he just seemed silent, and I felt like he just wasn't hearing me. So I started thinking, well, maybe God doesn't love me. So I just felt alone and completely abandoned by the job I used to love, by the partner who used to love me, and by God, who seemed like he didn't love me anymore. So is it any wonder I kept thinking, just Lord, I can't do this anymore. But great news. Once I finally came through that awful time in my life when I kind of just drifted through my days thinking I just can't do this anymore, I learned the one secret that you need right now. It's the real reason why you feel like this in the first place. And once you know this real reason, then you can fix it. So maybe like me, your job is weighing you down like how mine did, right? Maybe you loved it once and now all you feel is misery and dread. Or maybe you feel stuck in it because of money or the position and the prestige, or just because you don't know what else to do if you left it. So every morning, you call up your willpower to drag yourself out of bed and drag yourself to work and drag yourself through the day along with your resentment. It's a lot of dragging, a lot of baggage, right? Or maybe it's a relationship that you have poured years of your life into. Maybe you look like the perfect couple. And when you just started, you were a perfect couple, but it's right now draining the life out of you. And you kind of are hiding that. Or maybe it's a relationship with God. Because in the middle of what feels like train wreck of your life, when he should be rescuing you and making everything feel better, his silence is practically deafening you. You've begged him to help you love your job or at least be interested enough so you can keep it, so you can do it well enough to keep it. You've pleaded with him to soften your partner's heart so maybe he'll love you more and as you are, not as he wants you to be. And underneath this, you have prayed for him to just wipe away the space between you and him. Well, you have begged God to solve all the problems that are causing you no ends of griefs. You've read all the encouraging quotes, all the affirmations, all the Bible verses that you're supposed to make you feel better. And here you are, still struggling in your good looking life. You're standing at a window, one thought playing over and over in your mind, I just can't do this anymore. Well, here's what's actually going on. You're unhappy and exhausted and living the wrong life. You're putting all of your energy into living the life you've been told you should want. You're expending all of your emotional resources trying to force yourself to be the woman other people think you should be. And it's all wrong because deep down in your heart, you know this is not the life you want, and you know it's not what God wants for you or what He has for you. Now, the good news is when you get back on track with living out God's plan for you, feeling like I can't do this anymore turns into I can't wait to do this, right? But how do you make that leap? Well, since you've been living the wrong life, it's time for you to get back on track and start living the right life. How do you do this? You need to reconnect with the dreams that God gave you because you see, His purpose and plan for you are lying dormant in those dreams. They're waiting for you to just water them and bring them into the light of day. Here's the thing. I spent too many hours letting doubt and fear drag me down into a pit of despair. I gave away my power, thinking that I couldn't do it anymore. I have never been so glad to say I was wrong. And so are you if you find yourself thinking that you can't do this anymore. Your real problem is that you've gone off track from God's amazing plan for you. And now all you have to do is get yourself on track. But having lived someone else's plan for you for all this time, you may have forgotten what your God given dreams are. I did. I completely forgot them. So, how do you bring them back so you can release the joy that is waiting for you? Go ahead and click the link in the description below this video to get the 5 steps you need to fix it and get back on track with God's plan for your life when you feel like you just can't do this anymore. Because today I'm showing you there's a cat. It's a random cat. I'm calling him Stripe. Anyway,